Hey everybody, it's been a while. We had record-breaking snow, a super cold winter. There was snow on the ground for months, and I just did not get out here to continue working on the tractor. But today we will be resuming. Had a baby. I've been dealing with getting permits for clearing the land on the property. The local government told me to talk to the NRCS and DNREC and I don't even remember who else. They keep bouncing me around everywhere. And it turns out the only people I needed to talk to was my county's conservation department and Department of Agriculture Forestry Division. So I secured the 2 permits I need for that. And then just waiting to begin now. Hopefully this week. So, time to start on the tractor. Alright. We're going to start by draining the fuel. I rigged this up into a fuel can, trying not to spill any. I'm going to remove this line and just have a catch here down to my can there. That's the best thing I can think of right now. Unless, yeah, that's the best thing I can think of right now.
Can't find it.
Well, that's not very helpful, sir. I need to get some line wrenches. Why is no fuel coming out of this? Oh.
So that thing, the thing that has blue stuff.
I'm coming. All right. So I guess that was just the fuel on off. I thought I remembered fuel coming out of that, but maybe not. Might be misremembering. It's coming out now though. Okay. So next, if we want the fuel tank off, we're gonna have to disconnect this, which I sadly don't have a small enough socket out here, I don't think. Yes, I do. All right, we disconnected this wire from the fuel tank. It runs to the battery. I assume it's the fuel gauge that doesn't work because it's reading full. But yeah, so that's coming off. Next will be, I'm not sure what. This. Although, I guess right here, remove that, because that's round, whatever that is. I don't know if that's supposed to be round, but it's round. And then, got these, and this. There's one there behind that. That's gonna be a pain in the butt to get to. And this one doesn't look bad. And then this line here once it's empty. So we'll get started with the thing on front probably. This is going to be one of the few things I didn't hit with penetrating oil, of course. But nice and loose anyway. She's bubbling. Oh, oh, oh. It's leaking out of there. Let's not. Why is it leaking out of there? I don't know. There we go. I just kind of raised it. That should help. Okay. So now we'll go around and get the little ones off, or the bolts off. She's still draining. Definitely have fuel in the can. Of course, I'm not going to have a socket long enough to take that off. I don't know why I keep grabbing the 9/16 when everything's smaller than that. Why do I feel like I'm tightening it instead of loosening it? I should be loosening. I definitely seen clean threads though, so we're gonna go this way. Yeah, that's backing it down. Interesting. No extension. Wait, that's gonna tighten it back up, isn't it? Oh no, I was just tripping. I was tripping. So this is just getting all floppy in here. Not really sure what's going on with that, but it's looking like to get the front one off, which is there, I'm gonna need to possibly move this out of the way. So I'm gonna work on taking this out to get to that in there. I know it's hard to see, but that's what we're gonna attempt to do. We will be using much better, oh no way, much better clamps when we redo everything. This is ridiculous. I still don't know. I'm gonna have to get in there with a wrench the whole way. That's gonna stink. But I have a built-in seat. Oh, it's already loose. What? Does it just slip out? Genuinely confused as to what's holding this on. Looks like it might just slide. Okay, we officially have a wiggling gas tank. I see you. I think it slides backwards. Anyway, that's what happened. This one looks like it slides forward. That one looks like it slides that way. This one looks like it slides that way. Both cannot be true. If that's the case, it's easier to take these all the way off. We're gonna see if we can pop the other ones all the way off. If we can pop the back ones all the way off, we might just be able to slide it out. Although we need to slide it forward, which is gonna require the front ones all the way off. The front one's all the way off. Because we can't, well, if we take the battery out, we can slide backwards, right? If we take the battery out, we can slide backwards. Let's take the battery out. I remember this battery being pretty heavy. And I also remember that I have a shoulder injury. All right, we took the battery out. We'll remove these and then slide it backwards to get the tank off. That's the goal tentatively. All right, I want to get a socket on this, but the issue is womp womp. So we are doing the old school way. It's going to take quite a while. I'm not going to record the whole thing. All right, so tank is disconnected. Now we're going to slide it backwards. Hopefully. Let's see what happens. All right, that worked. Completely worked. Ugh. Okay. Ugh, that's dirty. All right, we have the tank off. And it is quite grimy in there. So I really look forward to cleaning all this up. Looks like we might have a leaky boy back here. Yeah. Big update though. Big progress. It's very exciting. I can now get to everything. Awesome. So actually, I don't know how far I want to go today. I don't know what I'm prepared to do. In theory, I'm ready to split if I remove electrical connections. Okay, no idea. I'm gonna have to figure all this out. But we made progress. I also took the smokestack off last week with Roland, just so I could get the tarp on it. I hate to call it a day here, but this might be all we do until I'm ready to split. I think that's a wrap for today. Got the fuel tank off. We'll see where we go from here. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be removing the front and then the engine forward. So we can rebuild the engine, then we'll do the trans separate, and then we'll work on restoring the rear. I think that's the plan. I gotta figure out how to get this off. Somebody told me I should shove wood up in the pivot in here, I guess. I wanna look into that just to keep it balanced. We'll see. I'm happy with today though. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope to see you next time. Bye.